Joe, it's only game 3, but a comeback like this, when you're down 6-0 and seems pretty bleak. Just what can you say about the guys?
Yeah, the at-bats got better through as the game went on. We forced them to make pitches with running scoring position. We stayed with our plan. And the quality of the at-bats were exactly who we are when we kind of wait around and not let the pitcher dictate. Pitcher's in trouble. Let's just build on that and get big hits. And we got a ton of those. Ton of really good at-bats today. Really, the fact that we stay in that game down 6 and chip away and we're able to get that win, that's a big one.
Ready to stable in the 5th to score those first 2 runs. You feel like that maybe let you guys breathe a little bit?
That was a big swing. I thought that the righty probably was going to come in the game but he put a good swing on Detmers there and that kind of got us going. We piled on a ton of good at bats. Diaz, that big hit in right field, staying on that ball after having a chase. There was a big at bat, first and second, nobody out. Kind of just stay with our game plan, stay within ourselves, and start putting some good at bats. When their backs is on against the corner. Like, we got to control those moments, stay within ourselves, and get big hits.
That seems like a spot you're going to use Loperfido a good bit, just when they bring a righty in. Just how did that at bat? I know it was just a single, but just to turn the lineup over and keep the momentum going in that inning.
Yeah, the days that he's not starting, he's that lefty that I'm going to deploy to have there. And I'm waiting to see when is the best spot to use him. And I thought that was a really good spot. Just trying to get the top of our order with people on base, right? And it worked out really well. I thought that really kept the line moving, and Walker has some really good big ABs today, big single up the middle. Just really overall, really how we handle ourselves with down 6. That was really fun to watch.
What did you see from Javier?
Javi started the game, throwing the ball really well, then started missing arm side a bit. Kind of gave up a home run to Soler, and a few walks, and he's been throwing the ball really, really well. The ball was coming out really good, but just kind of pitches start getting up there and trying to keep the game within reach for our offense. And 10 came in and outstanding job. Those middle relievers just keeping us in the game. They're doing a really good job.
¿Había alguna jugada en ese pick-off de Jordan? ¿Había alguna jugada planeada o algo?
No.
Pero, ¿cómo manejar el tema de los desafíos? Porque se volvieron a quedar temprano en el juego, sin challenge. ¿Cómo trabajarlo con los muchachos para aprovecharlos más tarde en el juego?
La estrategia es utilizarlos cuando ellos crean que se sientan como que hay que usarlo, ¿verdad? No estamos monitoreándolo pero tenemos que ser inteligentes para por lo menos permanecer, dejar uno por lo menos para el final del juego. Yo creo que la zona se abrió tarde en el juego y pudimos haberlo utilizado, pero es cuestión de tratar de hacer lo mejor. Parte de nosotros dejar la parte emocional y ser inteligente en cómo utilizarlo. Pero, eso es, para mí la parte emocional, eso es lo más que va a contribuir cuando vamos a utilizar los challenges o no.
Okay, thank you.
Stand.